If you're looking for a solution to keep hard landscaping, like bricks and pavers, looking their best for longer periods in between cleaning, then using a suitable sealer is definitely the way to go. So when it comes to paving, folks, I don't know if you have that tick like I do, but I really don't like algae buildup. I really don't like it when there are muddy paws on it, and especially when you've got a whole lot of dogs running around the garden, and if you haven't sealed your paved areas, whether it be a raw concrete on your veranda, or whether it be concrete pavers, or even tiles. And because we live in the mist belt, we were finding a huge amount of algae buildup. Now, not only doesn't it look great, but it's also quite dangerous in terms of slipping. So what we want to show you today is what we've applied on most of the pavers in and around our property. And what it is, it's a basic sealer, and it does the job really easily. There are a couple of things that you've got to remember when using it. Number one, of course, is always make sure that your pavers are clean, because once you've sealed it and there's a mark on it, well, that's going to stay. Right, first off, we give it a good clean, make sure it's dust-free, and then we can start with our product. Now, using a flat screwdriver, open up the lid. You don't ever want to shake this. When you shake this product, what happens is you get a whole lot of little air particles in it. And then you will end up with transferring those onto your product, onto whatever your surface is. And that's going to leave those little bubble marks, which is not very pretty. So, get this guy open. Right, and it looks like this milky substance, and it's quite normal. Guys, a flat paddle and a good stir. Right, with a brush, and you can also do this with a roller, dip it in and then start your painting. Now, depending on the porosity of the product of your substrate, that is entirely going to depend on how many applications or how many coats you need to do. Generally, we would recommend a minimum of 2, and you see what's happening here where it's pooling? Try never to allow that. So work this, move it, and work it along. What's important about this is that it is oil and stain resistant, which is great. It's got a high porosity, so it's really going to suck into this, and a very low odor, almost nothing. Once we've applied the first coat, allow it to dry completely before you apply the second coat. Drying time depends, of course, entirely on the surface that you are applying it to. So because this paver wasn't very porous, one application was more than enough, and you can clearly see the difference, one that does have it and one that doesn't. And I think it looks great. Now, of course, for the test, let's take a look at this paver, the one that we didn't apply the sealer to. There we go. You can see it's absorbing into it, running along, and take a look here. You can see it's pooling, but it's certainly not being absorbed. And even if we have to clean it up a bit, wipe that off, there you can see, not at all. So there we go. Sealing pavers or not? I'd go with sealing.